Hey everyone, Dom here, and in this episode of Cubase Secrets, I'm going to show you the biggest secret to make vocals sit in the mix every single time. We're going to look at how to stop that constant volume fighting and finally get that lead performance to stay perfectly in the pocket. Let's get started. This is one of the most common problems when people approach a mix. How to make the vocal sit in the mix amongst the rest of the instruments. In this video, I'm going to show you one little trick that you can do that will make your vocals sit much better in the mix without even touching the fader. And I'm going to give you a bonus tip at the end of the video. So, let's have a listen to this vocal and this arrangement.
Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. I hate the thought of being with someone else.
So as you can hear, this is a very dense arrangement. We have Rhodes, we have strings, we have acoustic guitars, and the vocal, sometimes it's very nice, it sits nicely in the mix, but sometimes it completely disappears. One very easy way to kind of help with this is add compression to the vocals. But sometimes, if you have an acoustic track like this, you might not want to add compression because this might take away of the performance, because this vocal is exposed right here. So the trick I'm about to show you works in these situations, and it works in mixes where it's a very busy mix and you still want to compress the vocal. So let me show you what you can do, and it's literally one step. So what I've done here is I've bussed all these channels into a music bus. The entire music goes into one group channel. And what I've done in this group channel, I've added the frequency 2 EQ that is a stock plugin in Cubase Pro, and I'm doing a lot of tricks here to make this vocal sit well in the mix. So I'm going to turn it on and off, and you will hear the difference.
Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. I hate the thought of being with someone else.
So one thing that you will notice if you listen closely is that when I turn on this EQ, the vocal sounds bigger. It sounds like it's filling the space. It's like it sounds louder. But in reality, I'm not even touching the vocal. I'm not even processing the vocal. This processes the Rhodes, the cello, the acoustic guitars, but the vocal stays exactly where it is. And the reason why this happens is because basically we remove something that's called masking from the equation. So basically, because all these instruments, like the Rhodes, let's play just the Rhodes. The strings, the acoustic guitars, these occupy a lot of frequencies that clash with our vocal in this case. So basically what happens, our vocals get masked by these frequencies that are so dense in the Rhodes, in the strings, in the guitars. So what I'm doing here with this frequency 2 EQ is I'm using it in dynamic mode to make sure that when the vocal comes in, the music leaves space for the vocal. So when the vocal is not present, the music just is as it is without any EQing. But when the vocal comes in, some frequencies of the music track are going to be dynamically attenuated so that they leave space for the vocals. So let me show you what I've done here, and then we're going to do it together. So as you can see, when the vocal comes in, I have 3 bands. I have band 5, 4, and 6. And this is mainly in the mid-range. I've determined where we have the most kind of strong frequencies in the vocals, and I made sure that when the vocal hits, our instruments are attenuated in these frequencies so that they leave space for the vocals. Now, Listen carefully and see what happens when the vocal plays.
Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats.
Flat. And
remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. I hate the thought of being with someone.
in this case, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit more. Maybe I would tone it down a little bit, but I want you to hear what this effect sounds like. So now that we've done this, let me show you how you can set it up from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another frequency EQ in my music bus, and I'm going to deactivate this one, and we're going to start from scratch. Frequency 2 is a really powerful EQ, and this is a stock EQ in Cubase Pro. So all you need to do in order to do what I showed you previously is decide which bands you're going to attenuate. So I'm going to play now.
Remember the beats, remember.
And actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a little bit visual so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm going to go to my channel settings. I'm going to click here on my music track, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to select a comparison channel. And in this case, I'm going to use the vocal from the list. And now you will see the vocal is going to be orange and our music is blue. So let's see where they clash.
Remember the beats, remember.
So you can see right here,
beats, remember the
here.
beats. Remember the beats, remember the beats.
So you can see that they occupy very similar range of frequencies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I activate a few bands, and I'm going to basically curve the mid-range. And in order to do this, I need two things that frequency 2 offers. Number one, dynamic EQing. So this means that I can turn the EQ from a static EQ to a dynamic EQ that only responds to certain level of frequencies or to a sidechain. And the second thing is exactly this, the sidechain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to band number 3, I'm going to activate dynamics, I'm going to go to band number 4, activate dynamics, and I'm going to go to band number 5 and also activate dynamics. And you will see that now my sidechain is internal. I want to change that because basically I want this dynamic EQ to react to my vocal. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my sidechain, and this is all possible, of course, in Cubase Pro because we have sidechain. I'm going to go here and I'm going to set up the sidechain routing. And as you can see, right now we don't have a sidechain source. What is the source going to be? Our vocal. So I'm going to add sidechain source and I'm going to add our vocal. In this case, I'm going to set the level to 0, and I'm also going to set this to pre-fader. See this little dot? It needs to be on the left side. That means that regardless of what kind of level I'm going to have on my vocal fader right here, this is not going to change the amount of reduction that we're going to get in the EQ. So that's very important. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to activate this. So this is sidechain 1. We can have up to 8 sidechains in Cubase Pro. I'm going to leave it at sidechain 1. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my 3 bands and I'm going to set them all to receive the sidechain from sidechain 1. Pretty simple. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select how much reduction we're going to have. So I'm going to go like this to begin with. Let's start with this one. And let's see how this sounds. Now I want to make sure that I'm going to set my threshold up to the point where when the vocal hits, it's going to give us this amount of gain reduction.
Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats.
See, that's too much.
Remember the beats, remember.
And let's go and do the same thing in band 4. I'm going to reduce it as well. Maybe I can go a little bit here.
Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats. Remember the beats, remember the beats, remember the beats.
So as you can see, when the vocal hits, we get reduction for these bands. And of course, you can have just one band, you can have two, you can have three, you can have more than this. I think in this case, I want to treat this range of frequencies in a slightly different way. So I am actually complementing these frequencies right here.
Remember the beats, remember the beats.
And so that you can hear the effect, if we just listen to the music, I'm going to go ahead and activate listen here. This is another feature that you have if you have control room activated in Cubase Pro. And now we can listen to this effect while we listen to the music track without the vocal. Hear that? So in this case, what I like to do sometimes is I like to make this kind of release a little bit more soft, a little bit slower. So what I like to do is I go here to my release and just turn it up a little bit. This is a little bit too fast for me. It sounds a little bit obvious, even though when the vocal is present, you might not hear it as much. Let's have a listen. It also depends on the track. This is a slow track, so a slower release is more natural. Let's have a listen.
Remember the beats, remember the beats. Remember the beats, remember the beats.
So basically, it's like all the musicians are taking a step back, like a real musician would do in a live scenario, and they always take a step back, leave some space for the performer, leave some space for the vocals. So this you can use, of course, for any instrument. You can use it for guitar solos, you can use it for leads in a very busy arrangement. It's such a powerful tool. And of course, if you want to take it to the next step, you can even set this to mid-side, because frequency 2 offers mid-side processing as well. So in this case, maybe I would just duck the mid signal of my music and just leave the sides alone so that we get a nice wide sound. But I promise you one extra tip, and this would be to do gain staging and to even out the vocal a little bit. And Cubase does this very, very easily. So with Cubase Pro, you can do this nifty trick where you hold Command and Shift, or Control and Shift if you're on Windows, and then you can hover over these portions of the vocal and you can actually gain stage them. So for example, as you can see right here, this is very quiet. I can hold Command Shift and just turn it up a little bit. Same with this one. And maybe this is a little bit too loud. I can just turn it down. Same with this one. And with that, even if we don't add compression, the vocal is going to sound much more coherent. So we can go from this.
I hate the thought of being with someone.
To this.
I hate the thought of being with someone else.
See how much more even it is. We didn't add compression, we didn't add EQing, we just did a little bit of gain staging with the tools in Cubase Pro. So there you go, this is how you get professional vocal clarity without even touching the fader. Try this on your next mix and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.